You walk around this building and everyone is so supportive and so excited about what is happening with the Fever.
Has the balance of power in the WNBA just been shattered by a single phone call? For weeks, the league has been reeling from the seismic impact of Caitlin Clark. But now, a rumor is spreading like wildfire, a claim so bold it could redefine how superteams are built. Whispers from inside the Indiana Fever's front office are suggesting the unthinkable. A decorated WNBA champion and highly coveted free agent has made her intentions crystal clear, effectively pushing for a deal to play alongside the rookie phenom. This isn't just a player casually expressing interest, it's a power move, an ultimatum that places the Fever at a crossroads and signals to the entire league that the game has officially changed. The question is no longer who wants to play in Indiana, but who is willing to do whatever it takes to get there. And it all began with a series of hushed conversations, the kind of insider chatter that usually stays behind closed doors. But the Caitlin Clark phenomenon has blown those doors wide open. Reports started surfacing from typically tight-lipped sources that Azurá Stevens, a name that carries serious weight in championship circles, had delivered a clear and unwavering message to her agent, a message that quickly reached the Fever's decision-makers. The directive was simple: get me to Indiana. This wasn't framed as one option among many, or even a preferred destination. The tone, according to insiders, was far more forceful, closer to a demand than a request. Stevens allegedly made it known that her primary focus in free agency is to align herself with Caitlin Clark and Azura Boston, becoming part of the transformation unfolding in Indianapolis. The news sent shockwaves through league circles because it represents a complete shift in the WNBA's traditional power structure. For years, players gravitated toward established contenders, dynasties in New York, Las Vegas, or Seattle. Indiana, on the other hand, was a rebuilding franchise, a destination for young talent to grow away from the spotlight. But Caitlin Clark isn't just a spotlight, she's a supernova. And her gravitational pull is now bending the very structure of free agency itself. Stevens' reported stance is the first real proof that players aren't just noticing Clark's impact, they're actively planning around it. A roster spot in Indiana is no longer just another opportunity, it's quickly becoming one of the most valuable positions in professional basketball. If true, this isn't just about chasing a championship, it's a calculated, career-defining move to be part of something bigger, a cultural shift within the sport. And the story goes deeper, because the player at the center of this storm is no ordinary free agent. To understand the magnitude of this situation, you have to understand who Azurá Stevens really is. She isn't just another name on a list, she's a championship-caliber weapon, a player whose skill set acts like a master key, capable of unlocking the Fever's full potential. A product of the legendary UConn program under Gino Auriemma, Stevens was built in a culture of excellence where winning is the standard. Over the course of her professional career, she has grown from a promising young prospect into a proven performer on the biggest stage. Her defining moment came in 2021, when she played a vital role in helping the Chicago Sky capture a championship, contributing as a key piece on a title-winning roster. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches, Stevens represents the modern evolution of the game. She isn't confined to the paint as a traditional big. Instead, she stretches defenses with her ability to shoot from the perimeter, creating constant matchup problems. Her three-point shooting forces defenders to step out, opening driving lanes for Caitlin Clark while also giving Azura Boston more room to dominate inside. That spacing, something analysts have repeatedly identified as Indiana's missing ingredient, could completely transform the Fever's offense. Imagine a pick-and-pop between Clark and Stevens. Defenses would be forced into impossible decisions: collapse on Clark's attack and leave a proven shooter wide open, or stay attached to Stevens and give one of the most dynamic scorers in the game a clear path to the rim. Either way, the advantage shifts to Indiana. And Stevens isn't just an offensive asset. Defensively, she brings length, timing, and versatility, able to alter shots, protect the rim, and switch across multiple positions. It's this two-way impact that elevates her value and explains why her reported demand carries so much weight. This isn't a veteran searching for one last opportunity, this is a player firmly in her prime, recognizing a perfect fit and positioning herself as the final piece of a championship puzzle. Her addition would instantly elevate Indiana from an exciting young team into a legitimate contender, one capable of challenging the league's elite. And as these rumors continue to circulate, a much larger picture begins to take shape, one that explains why a player like Stevens would make such a bold move in the first place. This situation isn't happening in isolation, it's the direct result of one of the most explosive phenomena in modern sports, the Caitlin Clark effect. What Clark has accomplished in such a short time goes far beyond basketball. She has become a cultural and economic force, reshaping the landscape of the WNBA almost overnight. The numbers tell the story. Arenas are selling out at unprecedented rates, with teams moving games to larger venues just to meet demand. Television ratings have shattered expectations, drawing millions of new viewers eager to watch a rookie dominate the spotlight. Even league-wide changes, like the move toward full-time charter travel, have been accelerated by the attention and pressure surrounding Clark's presence. This is the new reality she has created. Playing alongside Caitlin Clark is no longer just about basketball, it's a strategic career decision. Her visibility acts as a spotlight for everyone around her, turning teammates into recognizable names and opening doors for endorsements, branding opportunities, and long-term growth. Players across the league have taken notice. They've seen how Fever games dominate headlines, how Clark's teammates gain exposure almost instantly. Being part of this team means stepping into the center of the basketball world. Stevens' reported push is simply the first major acknowledgement of that reality. She isn't just chasing a title, she's chasing global relevance. She's betting that playing alongside Clark, receiving those highlight reel passes, and being part of this movement will elevate her career more than any contract elsewhere. And that belief is what makes this moment so significant. But while fans imagine the perfect superteam, Indiana's front office faces a far more complicated reality. General manager decisions now carry enormous weight, and adding a player like Stevens isn't as simple as it sounds. The WNBA's hard salary cap creates strict limitations. Every dollar must be accounted for, and there's no flexibility to simply spend beyond the limit. Bringing in a top-tier free agent would require difficult choices. Who gets moved? Which contracts are sacrificed? Would it mean parting ways with a promising young player or a trusted veteran? These are the high-stakes decisions that could define the franchise's future, not just for this season, but for years to come. Because this isn't just about one move. It's about maximizing a rare window, one that exists while Caitlin Clark is still on a team-friendly contract. Once that changes, the financial landscape tightens, and opportunities like this become far more difficult to execute. The Indiana Fever are standing at a pivotal moment. The foundation is in place, the spotlight is brighter than ever, and the opportunity is real. The only question left is whether they're willing to take the risk, make the bold move, and fully embrace the moment. Because in professional sports, windows don't stay open for long, and when you have a generational talent like Caitlin Clark, you don't get a second chance to maximize it. The WNBA's hard salary cap creates strict limitations. Every dollar must be accounted for, and there's no flexibility to simply spend beyond the limit. Bringing in a top-tier free agent would require difficult choices. Who gets moved? Which contracts are sacrificed? Would it mean parting ways with a promising young player or a trusted veteran? These are the high-stakes decisions that could define the franchise's future, not just for this season, but for years to come. Because this isn't just about one move. It's about maximizing a rare window, one that exists while Caitlin Clark is still on a team-friendly contract.